It just means you hold poses for less time, so yeah. So we're missing 2, 3. Okay, so we'll get started. We can sit up nice and tall. We can ground down with the hips and with the legs and kind of lift the heart, expand the heart in every direction. A little bit forward, a little bit back, a little bit to the sides as the shoulders release. Head centered. And we can start with 3 ohms. We'll inhale. We'll shift our focus onto the breath. Take a couple breaths, exaggerating the movement of the belly. So as we inhale, let the belly expand. As we exhale, we can let the belly pull in towards the spine. And again, inhale, let the belly expand. And then exhale, the belly pulls in. And one more belly breath, let the belly expand. And exhale. Now we move into 3-part breath, so we can inhale, let the belly expand, and let the ribs expand all the way up to the clavicles. And then exhale, the ribs relax in, and the belly pulls in. Inhale, the belly and the ribs and the clavicle expand. So it's this full yogic breath. Exhale, the ribs and the belly. And one more time, inhale, belly, chest, clavicles expand. And then exhale. And we move into 1 round of Kapalabhati. We can gently inhale and exhale. And we'll inhale and begin. Exhale, 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 exhale. Exhale, 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 exhale all the air out. Inhale, full breath in. Let the belly expand, let the ribs expand. Exhale all the air out. We make space for fresh air. We're going to take one more full breath in. Let the belly expand as full as we can expand, breathe in. Exhale all the air out. We make space for this fresh air. Squeeze the ribs in, squeeze the belly in, and then inhale 3/4 full. And we'll hold the breath. We retain the breath so we can relax the body, relax the arms, relax the face. Can focus on the third eye or the heart. And we rest in the stillness of the pause of the breath. Holding only as long as comfortable. If you need to exhale, that's fine. Otherwise, hold a few more counts. And we can exhale together. And we'll inhale and exhale. For Anuloma Viloma, we can place the right hand in Vishnu Mudra, tucking the pointer and middle finger in of the right hand, and we'll gently inhale. We're going to close the right nostril with the thumb, or the right thumb, and exhale through the left. Inhale through the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, and we'll gently close both. We'll hold, relax the body, relax the face, relax that right arm. Focus on the third eye or the heart. And exhale through the right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can hold all of our focus on the third eye or the heart. Relax the body. The more we can relax the body and focus the mind, the easier it is to hold. And we can rest in that stillness. We'll exhale to the left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we hold. Exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. So just gently close the nostrils. Focus on the third eye or the heart. Relax the body. Exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is going to be the last round. We can exhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Inhale right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Last retention. Nice straight spine, open heart, relaxed body. Focus third eye or the heart. And exhale left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We can lower the hand down. Take a few breaths in and out. Taking a moment, perhaps setting an intention for your practice, allowing the practice to be something more than moving on the mat, allowing it to be something greater in your life. You can bring the hands together in front of the heart, and we'll gently raise the arms up in the air. Just open wide, move the fingers the wrists. And exhale, we'll come forward onto the hands and the knees. And we can inhale, look up, tuck the toes, and exhale, we'll reach back into downward dog. And you can pause here for a few breaths. If you want to bend one knee, bend the other knee, we can. And we're going to move right in. We're going to extend that right leg up behind us, reaching it back and up. We're going to pause here. So there's 3 positions here, one with the hips square. And we can inhale a little higher and exhale, open the hip to the side. Pause here. And we'll inhale. Exhale, we'll bend that knee so the foot's going to come down near the hip. Keep the knee lifting and the hip open to the side. Both hands ground down in the front. So it's kind of 3 things. Both hands ground down, the back heel sinks, and then the leg lifts. Inhale, lift the leg up. Exhale, we'll bring that foot forward between the hands. So we're going to be in this high lunge here. The hands on the floor. Front knee forward, back heel back. Top of the head forward. Lift at least half an inch off of the knee. And we breathe. So the back thigh is lifting up as the knee straightens. The front thigh is sinking down. And we can inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring the hips back, straighten that front leg. Inhale, let's lift the heart, lengthen the spine, pull the right hip back. Exhale, fold over that front leg. And we breathe here. Ground down that front foot, particularly the ball of the foot. Lengthen the heart forward, the spine forward. And we can inhale. Exhale, we're going to come forward. Bend the front knee. Lower the back knee. Inhale. And exhale, we're going to bring the hips back, straightening that front leg. From here, we can inhale, lift the heart. You can pull the front toes back towards the body. Pull the right hip back. As exhale, you fold forward over that leg. And we breathe. So we need to send a signal to the muscles in the back of the leg and in the low back, that right side, to release. We want the heart to be opening towards the front. From here, we can inhale. Exhale, we'll come forward. Inhale, reach the hands forward and we'll come up. Exhale, sink a little lower in the hips. Inhale here. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands behind us, interlace the hands, clasp the fingers together, squeeze the shoulders. Inhale, open the heart, arch back. Exhale, sink the hips a little more forward. Inhale, open the heart. Exhale, arch back, sink. Inhale, we're going to bring the arms up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the right so we can bring the hands in prayer, elbow on the outside of the knee. And we can pause down here, or if you'd like, you can tuck the back toe, straightening the back leg so we lift up onto the feet. Twisting strong to that right side. The back heel reaches back, the top of the head forward, so we're getting nice and long with the body. So last inhale. Exhale, we'll fold down. Bring the leg to the back. So we're in a plank and we'll lower down. Almost to the bottom of the push-up. Inhale, we'll come forward into upward dog. Open the heart, shoulders back. Exhale into downward dog. Inhale, we're going to reach the left leg back and up. We'll pause here. So the hips are square, legs lifting, both hands down, back heel down. Inhale. And exhale, open the hips to the side, so we lift a little higher. And then again, inhale. And exhale, we can bend the knee, so there's those 3 positions there. And we're really focusing on both arms strong, back heel sinking down, and then the leg lifting up. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, we'll bring that foot forward between the hands into this high lunge, so the foot is under the knee, the back heel reaches to the back, top of the head forward. And we can feel what happens when we shift the weight to the legs, taking a little bit of weight off of the arms. We need to lift the heart a little bit off of the knee. From here, we can inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring the hips back, straighten that front leg. Inhale, lift the heart. Pull the heart forward. Exhale, pull that left hip back as we fold over that leg. The front foot grounds down. You can feel that connection right from that left hip, pushing that foot down. The left hip's pulling back, right hip comes forward. Heart kind of inching its way out over the leg. From here we can inhale. Exhale, we'll come forward. Lower the back knee, point the back toe. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to shift the weight back. We straighten that front leg. Inhale, lift the heart, lengthen the spine, pull the left hip back, front toes back. Exhale, fold over the leg. Yeah, and we breathe. We send a signal to the leg to relax. We feel the back of that left leg. We need to relax it. So we need to somehow let go of some of that tension. Maybe we need to back off half of an inch. So we're a little bit more comfortable. We can send a signal to release and then kind of inch away down a little bit. We can inhale. Exhale, we'll come forward. Inhale, reach the hands forward and up. Exhale, sink the hips a little lower. You can inhale. And exhale, sink. Inhale, lift. Exhale, we're going to bring the hands behind the body. Interlace the fingers. Exhale, open the heart and arch back. So the hands are reaching back towards the knee. The hip still sinking forward, front knee over the ankle, and the heart opening up towards the sky. And we breathe. Inhale, we'll bring the arms up. Exhale, we're going to twist to the left so hands can come in front of the heart in prayer. Elbow on the outside of the knee, opening to the side. If you'd like to straighten that back leg, you can tuck the toes. Feel free to leave the knee on the floor if you'd like. So we breathe here. The top of the head reaches forward, the back heel reaches back. Back leg is so strong, the heel reaches back. We can inhale. Exhale, we'll fold forward. Bring the front leg to the back. We'll lower down slowly. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. We can step or hop to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We'll stay standing forward bend for a few breaths. You can bend one knee, bend the other knee if you'd like. You can kind of shift your weight right to left if you'd like to. Shift the weight forward and back. Just giving yourself a little time to feel how your body's feeling in this position. And we can bend the knees and we'll come up nice and slowly. We're going to uncurl. And we can roll the shoulders back. And we're ready for sun salutation, so we can inhale. Exhale, we'll take 3 breaths together. Checking in with that Ujjayi breath. We can inhale. And exhale. The body's nice and tall, feet ground. Inhale. And exhale. And then we're ready. We can inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale to this halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop to the back of the mat and we lower down. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. And we pause in downward dog for about 5 breaths. Thinking about grounding down to the hands and the fingers and the feet. So the heels open out slightly so the outsides of the feet are parallel and they reach towards the floor. They may or may not touch the floor. Inhale, we'll lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. We can step or hop to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we come all the way up, this reverse swan dive. And exhale, arms down. And again, inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop to the back, and we can lower down. Elbows close to the body. Inhale, upward dog, shoulders back. Exhale, downward dog. And we settle in here. So downward dog is kind of this home base pose. It starts to get a little bit familiar. Arms nice and straight, heart reaching through the shoulders towards the toes. Hips reach back and up. We engage the arms, we engage the legs. If we push down with the hands, strong forward and down, that will push the hips back and up. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. We can step or hop to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll come all the way up to standing. And exhale. We'll do one more sun salutation A. We can inhale, arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, step or hop to the back and we lower down. Nice. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. That's great. So each time it gets a little bit more in a rhythm of grounding down to the hands, grounding down to the feet, working your way up the arms, through the heart, all the way to the hips, working your way up the legs, to the hips. Nice. So we breathe. Check into the Ujjayi breath. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. We can step or hop to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, we'll come up to standing. And exhale, arms down. Sun salutation B, we're going to bend the knees. Inhale to chair. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop to the back of the mat and we lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, we're going to step that right foot forward between the hands, left heel to the floor, and we lift into warrior one. Exhale, hands down, leg to the back, and we lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel to the floor, and we lift up. Exhale, hands down, leg to the back, we lower. Inhale. And exhale, downward dog, and we pause here. Yeah, so we settle in, ground down to the hands, the feet, nice straight arms, legs, hips reach back and up, checking in with the Ujjayi breath. Getting strong in the pose. Inhale, we'll lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, step or hop to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come up to chair. And exhale, standing and arms down. Inhale, bend the knees into chair. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop to the back and we can lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, right foot steps forward, left heel to the floor. Keep the hips low as the arms come up. Exhale, hands down, leg to the back, and we lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left foot forward, right heel grounds, and we lift. Exhale, all the way back down, one breath to the bottom of the push-up. Inhale, upward dog. Nice. Exhale, downward dog, and we breathe here. Feel free to come into child's pose if you do need a little break. Otherwise, feel free to stay strong in downward dog. Inhale, we'll lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees, step or hop to the front. We halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees, come into chair. And exhale, standing up, arms down. We'll do one more. We can bend the knees, inhale to chair. Exhale, standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop to the back, we lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, step that right foot forward, we come into warrior one. Exhale, hands down, leg to the back, we lower. Inhale, and exhale. Inhale, left foot. Right foot to the floor, we lift. Exhale, hands down, leg to the back, lowering. Inhale, upward dog. And exhale, downward dog. And we pause here. Nice job. It's our last sun salutation, the last strong downward dog. Checking in with the breath. Yeah. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. We can step or hop to the front, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Bend the knees, inhale to chair. And exhale, we'll stand up. We're going to do chair as a pose, so we can bend the knees, inhale, arms up. We'll hold for 5 breaths. We can sink a little bit lower. Maybe bring the tailbone a little bit closer to the floor so the low back's pushing towards the back of the room. And we sink. Yeah, so feet pointing forward, knees pointing forward, hips sinking down, shoulders a little bit away from the ears, but the arms reaching up. Nice. Inhale, we'll lift up. Exhale, fold down, arms out, we'll fold in half. We're going to do standing forward bend. Inhale, halfway lift. And then exhale, hug your arms around your legs. You can take hold of your elbows or your wrists. You may want to bend your knees at first to slide your arms farther down and then straighten your legs out. Yeah, so the legs, the feet ground down right in the center of the feet. The hips are reaching up. The heart is reaching down. We fold in on ourselves, sending a signal to the back of the legs to release. And let's exhale, we'll relax the arms down. We're going to do a chair twist. We're going to bend the knees, bring the hips down, and bring the hands in front of the heart. And then exhale, we'll twist to the right. We can bring the elbow on the outside of the knee. Hands in prayer in front of the heart. So we're sinking the hips, opening the heart. So the hips are kind of reaching back, the heart and top of the head reaching forward. We want to lift a little bit off of the knees with the heart, push with the side of the elbow on the side of the knee, and we can open up to the front. You can just go in a little bit this way. There we go. And we breathe. You can sink a little lower with the hips if you'd like. Open the heart a little bit more. Exhale, we'll fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. We're going to bend the knees, sink the hips, hands in front of the heart. And then exhale, twist to the left. Yeah, try to keep both knees parallel to the front of the mat. So that left knee needs to come a little bit more forward. And we open the heart to the side. We sink the hips, kind of lift the heart a little bit, and open the heart to the side. And then exhale, we'll fold down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step or hop to the back of the mat, and we can lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Going to move into our first kind of standing sequence. Inhale, reach the right leg back and up. Exhale, we'll bring the foot forward between the hands. Back heel grounds down. We're going to come to warrior one. So we pause in warrior one. Each of these poses for about 5 breaths. Really focus on that back foot. The outside of the foot grounds down. Front foot grounds down, knee over the ankle. The left hip comes forward, right hip comes back. Sink the tailbone a little bit. Pull up the front of the hips, yeah, and then release the shoulders. Energize the fingertips. Inhale, we'll come up, straighten both legs. Open to the side, warrior two. Front knee over the ankle. So the spine can be vertical, right over the center of the hips. That's nice. Release the shoulders. Fingertips reach forward and back. Heart open to the side wall, hips open to the side wall. So ideally, the upper body is nice and vertical, just like you're standing tall. Inhale, we'll come up, straighten both legs. For triangle, we can exhale, reach to the right hand will come down, left arm's going to come up. Yeah, we keep those hips parallel to the side wall. The upper body reaches right out over that leg. There we go. Yeah, so we need both legs to be strong here. And if both legs are strong, that'll support the hips, and then we can extend out. Our core can extend out from the hips. Oh, you're good. And then inhale, we'll come all the way back up. We're going to bend that front knee, elbow on the knee, and the left arm's going to reach forward. Or if you'd like, you can bring that right hand to the floor, or you may like to come into a bind. You can reach underneath and back to that right hip and take hold of the left hand. If you do take the bind, keep the hip sinking low and open the heart as much as you can to the side and lift the heart a little bit off of the knee. That's great. If you straighten the arms behind you, it helps to kind of hide the shoulders and really open that heart. Exhale, we'll fold both hands down. We're going to bring the leg to the back and lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg reaches back and up. Exhale, we're going to bring that foot forward between the hands. We're going to lift into warrior one on this side. So same thing here, that back foot grounds down into the mat. The right hip comes forward. Left hip comes back. Sink the tailbone, release the shoulders. Arms nice and tall. can relax the face a little bit. Yeah, check in with that Ujjayi breath. Inhale, we'll come up, straighten both legs. Open to warrior two. Knee over the ankle again. Yeah, so the hips open to that side wall. So that right hip's reaching towards the back, behind you. The left hip is coming in front of you. And that left knee opens up in the opposite direction as well. We sink as low as we can. The back leg strong, grounding down. Front leg strong. Inhale, we'll come up, straighten both legs. Exhale for triangle. That left hand comes down, right arm up. Yeah, pay attention to the hips so we keep the legs strong and keep the hips open to the side wall. And then we want to keep opening the hip. Let the spine kind of extend towards that front wall. Heart opens towards that side wall. Make space around the ears for the shoulders. And then spread the arms wide, right from the heart. Inhale, we'll come all the way back up. Exhale, we'll bend that front knee, elbow on the knee, and the right arm's going to reach forward. Or you can come into a bind. We can keep sinking the hips. And then opening, 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 opening. So the heart opens to the side and expands in every direction. And exhale, we'll fold down. Bring the leg to the back and we can lower down. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Let's take an extra breath here. We can inhale. Exhale. Inhale, right leg reaches back and up. Exhale, we'll bring the foot forward between the hands. Keep the back heel off the floor. We'll lift the arms up. We're going to twist to the right. Bring the hands in prayer. Elbow on the outside of the knee. Open the heart to the side. So the heel reaches to the back and the top of the head reaches forward. So inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring both hands down. We're going to bring the back foot a little bit forward so both feet can be flat on the floor. Inhale, reach the hands forward. We come all the way up. Exhale, hands behind the back in prayer. Fingers pointed up towards the ceiling. Inhale, lift the heart. Pull the right hip back. Exhale, folding over that front leg. So the right hip is pulling back. The heart is extending out over the leg. If you lift the elbows a little bit, it helps to keep the heart open. Inhale, we'll come all the way back up. Exhale, we're going to bring the right hand on the hip. Inhale, left arm up. Exhale, we're going to come to revolve triangle. We fold forward. That left hand comes on the outside of the foot. Right hand can come on the low back or reaching it up into the air. So that front foot, the ball of the foot grounds down. Hip square with the front of the mat. Heart extending. So the hips get pulled back as the heart gets pulled forward, and then we're rotating that long spine. Spread the arms wide. The more we can trust that lower hand, the more we can open the heart. Exhale, both hands down. We're going to bend the front knee. Take a moment, square the hips, and then shift the weight forward. We're going to lift the back leg into warrior three. You can keep the fingers on the floor or bring the hands by the hips or reach the arms forward. Two more breaths. Maybe lift a little higher with the leg, a little higher with the heart. Reach the fingers a little forward as the heel reaches back. Exhale, hands down. Both legs to the back. We can lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, left leg reaches back and up. Exhale, we'll bring the foot forward between the hands. Back heel stays up as we lift the arms. Exhale, we're going to twist to the left. Elbow on the outside of the knee. Hands in prayer. So the back heel reaches to the back leg straight. So the back thigh is lifting up as the front thigh is sinking down. Can lift up just a little bit. There we go. Back leg strong. Exhale, both hands down. We're going to bring the back foot a little forward, both legs straight. Inhale, reach forward and come all the way up. Exhale, hands behind the back in prayer. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, pull the left hip back as we fold over that front leg. Yeah, if we lift the elbows a little bit, it helps to keep the heart open. Keep that left hip pulling back. Ground down to the ball of the front foot. You can feel that kind of strength and length in the leg from the hip to the foot. Inhale, we'll come all the way back up. Nice. Exhale, left hand on the hip. Inhale, right arm up. Exhale, we're going to fold forward. That right hand comes down. Left arm is going to come on the low back or reaching it up into the ear. Awesome. What do you think? There we go. Yeah, the more we can trust that lower hand and find our balance, then we can like explode and expand out from the heart. But we need to find that balance first. So it's like a progress. Each pose, each time we practice, we get a little bit more comfortable. We can go a little bit deeper. Exhale, both hands down. We're going to bend that front knee, square the hips, take a little moment. Then we're going to shift the weight forward. We'll lift the back leg. And then you can keep your hands on the floor, or you can bring your hands by your hips, or you can bring your hands forward. I gotcha. Lift the back leg, lift the heart, lengthen the leg to the back, reach the hands forward, and then lift just 1 inch, and one more breath. And then we'll bring the hands down. Nice job, everyone. Both legs to the back, and we lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Awesome. Inhale, we'll lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. We're going to step or hop to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. We're going to bend the knees, come into chair. Exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale, we'll come all the way up and arms down. Coming into balance sequence, so we can balance on both feet. Choose a spot in the room. We can focus the eyes on the floor or on the wall. Steady the breath. So with a focus of the eyes with a steady breath, the body will follow and be steady. So we'll shift the weight onto the left foot. We can hug the right knee up in towards the chest, or if you prefer, you can extend the right leg out and take hold of the big toes. Either way is fine. We want that left leg, so the lower leg, to be strong and straight. Be strong with that left ankle, through the left knee, through the left hip, and we want to be lifting the heart. So we ground down to that lower leg, and we're lifting and expanding the heart. Yeah, so the ribs parallel to the front of the room. So that right ribs might need to pull back a little bit, left ribs a little forward if we have the toe. Shoulders away from the ears, so the heart is kind of bubbling up towards the sky. Then inhale, left hand on the hip. Exhale, we're going to open the knee or the leg out to the right. That lower leg stays strong and straight. We're ground down and kind of lift off like we're lifting up. Sorry. And then we'll bring that foot into the thigh for tree. And we breathe here. You can find your favorite arm position, hands in front of your heart or arms open wide. It can be a little bit more relaxed here, but we still want to have some lift. So we ground down with the leg and we're gently lifting the heart, lifting the hips, lifting the heart. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, we'll bring the arms out and down. And we're going to take hold of the back foot for dancer. And then inhale, lift the left arm, and exhale, lift the back leg. And we'll breathe here. Yes, we want to be lifting the leg and lifting the arm. Heart stays parallel to the front. So from here, we're going to inhale. Exhale, we're going to bring both hands down to the floor into a standing split. So both legs are straight here. That back leg's lifting up. This is like a forward bend for the upper body, except we're lifting that back leg. And then we'll bring both legs down, both legs to the back, and we can lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. We can step or hop to the front of the mat, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, bend the knees. We come into chair. Exhale, sink a little lower. Inhale, we'll stand up. Exhale, arms down. So balancing on the other side, we'll focus start on two legs, focus the eyes, steady the breath, and then slowly shift the weight onto the right leg, and we'll hug the left knee up, or we can take hold of the big toe if we want to extend the leg out. So leg out in front first. We'll pause here for about 5 breaths. And then we can inhale, right hand to the hip, and exhale, open the leg or the knee out to the left side. Yeah, so we want to get tall here again. Yes. So we like ground down to the leg, lift the heart. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to come into tree. We can bend that knee, bring the foot into the thigh or onto the calf. Hands in prayer or opening the arms out. Release some tension from the neck and the face. Keep the eyes focused, the breath steady, the mind steady. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, arms out and down. We're going to take hold of the left ankle with the left hand. Inhale, right arm up. And then exhale, lift that back leg up in the air for our dancing Shiva. So if we try to straighten that back leg up towards the ceiling, it will lift a little higher. Lift the heart a little bit, so we're getting a little back bend. Open the heart towards the front. And then from here we can exhale, both hands come down towards the mat. So it's a standing split. So both legs straight here. If we can, we're lifting that back leg, folding the heart in towards the leg. And then we'll bring both feet down, both legs to the back of the mat. We lower. Inhale, upward dog. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, bend the knees. We're going to jump halfway with the legs wide into a squat position. We'll pause in squat for a few breaths, opening the heart. We can bring the elbows kind of in front of the knees, and we'll be right nice and ready for crow, so we can bring the hands to the floor, shins up on top of the triceps, shift the weight forward, we look a little bit in front of us, and we can balance in crow pose. If we focus the eyes a little bit in front, keep the breath steady, and then think about just shifting the weight forward. The toes may or may not come up, but we just need to shift the weight forward, as much weight on the arms as we can. 2 more breaths here. And then we'll come back into squat. Do one more arm balance. We're going to bring the hands to the floor and bring the hips up towards the ceiling so we're straighten the legs. And we're going to bend the left knee and bring the left shoulder behind the knee. The left hand comes on the floor, pointing forward behind the ankle or behind the heel, and then the right shoulder comes behind the knee, and then that hand on the floor, and then we kind of shift the weight back onto the arms and lift up into firefly. 1 or 2 more breaths here. So we lift the hips, lift the legs, lift the heart. Nice job, Justin. And then we'll sink back onto the hips. Extend the legs out in front for a sitting forward bend. Inhale, toes up and arms up. Exhale, fold forward. Each breath we move. Each breath we move. Yeah, so we're folding forward into ourselves here. Five or 6 more breaths, giving the body a little time. You know, we're nice and warm. We're finally sitting down. We can ground down into the earth, and we can fold into ourselves and kind of look in. We can surrender a little bit, release some of the tension that we have in the back body. Let's go 2 more breaths here. Inch the heart forward. And then inhale, reach the hands forward and we come up. Exhale, hands behind the back for inclined plane. Fingers can point forward or back, whatever you like. And then inhale, lift the hips up into the air. The hips lift up. The knees come slightly together. You can kind of hug the shoulders behind you so we can lift the heart. The knees come slightly together so we can bring the feet more towards the floor. Nice. 1 more breath. Lift a little higher. And exhale, we'll lower down. We're going to fold the right foot into the left thigh, so the knee's going to be open on the floor. Inhale, lift the arms up. Front toes to the back. And exhale, fold forward over that leg. So we breathe. Send a signal to release that leg towards the floor. Release the low back. Release the back of the leg. Inhale, we'll come forward and up. And exhale, we're going to bring that right foot on the floor, knee pointing up towards the ceiling. We're going to reach the right foot forward towards the front foot, then wrap the arm out and around the leg. And we're going to do a forward bend here. So try to take hold behind with the hands and fold forward over that front leg. Yeah, sometimes this feels kind of like a twist, but we want to do a forward bend. So we're reaching the forehead towards the toes, pull the toes back towards the body, and try to get that bind as tight as you can so you're holding yourself, not spreading too far to the sides. Center of the hips, so we can kind of shift the weight a little forward, and then twisting around to the right. Bring the shoulders parallel to the floor, lift the heart. Couple more breaths here in the twist. The pressure of the thigh into the belly is really great. It gives a nice massage for the internal organs. You can go a little bit farther these last 2 breaths. As the spine starts to open, as the muscles of the back and the abdomen start to open. And we'll come back to center. We can extend the right leg out on the floor. We'll fold the left leg open so the foot will come into the thigh. Inhale, arms up, toes up. Exhale, fold over that front leg. And we breathe here. Kind of inching the heart out over the center of the leg. Tilting the hips forward, release that left knee, pull the front toes back. As we use the arms, we want to kind of use the core muscles of the back, those lat muscles, to kind of pull the heart forward as we pull the arms back. Not so much the neck or the top of the shoulder muscles that kind of constricts us, but if we open the heart by using those side strong muscles, we can open forward. Inhale, we'll come up. And exhale, we're going to bring that left foot on the floor, knee towards the ceiling. We're going to reach the left hand forward towards the toes, wrapping the arm out and around the leg, and then take hold behind. And we fold forward, pull the front toes back, and reach out over the leg as best we can. You know, ideally we keep that left hip on the ground, but the reality is that left hip usually lifts up as we fold. And then just trying not to sprawl too far to the sides, letting the arms kind of bind you and reaching forward. Nice. Inhale, we'll come up. And exhale, we're going to do a twist to the left. We can bring the left hand behind. We can hug the knee in or push with the elbow, or you may want to come into a bind. Awesome. Yeah, so the front toes stay up towards the body, the belly and thigh push right into each other, the heart lifts up, the spine gets long, and then we use the muscles of the arms and shoulders to twist around a little bit deeper. You got it. You know, particularly that left rib needs to lift up to bring things into balance, right? And then exhale, we'll come back to center. We can hug the knees in. Nice, Justin. And we'll do this little cat-cow breath. Inhale, we can look up. Exhale, we can curl in. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Let's bring the hands underneath the knees. And we'll shift the weight back so we can balance on the hips. And from here, we're going to try to straighten the legs out. And then we'll bring the arms parallel to the floor. We'll pause here for a few breaths. If you need to keep the knees bent, that's fine. Also, if you need to keep the hands on the knees, that's fine. But we'll try to hold here. We can gaze up at the ceiling a little bit. 3 more breaths. Maybe lift a little higher with the heart, a little higher with the legs. Nice. Last breath. And we're going to bring the feet in, and we're going to take hold of the big toes or the outsides of the feet, and we're going to straighten the legs up. So we're going to do 2 poses here, one with the legs straightened together, and then we're going to open the legs. So straightened together, we have a nice triangle with the legs, the back, and the arms, gazing up at that spot. So from here, we're going to open. We can inhale, and then exhale, open the legs wide. Keep that same spot of our gaze. Legs straight, spine long, heart open. And then we'll bring the feet together and we'll fold forward into butterfly. Yeah, so the knees open out, we fold forward as best we can. If it's a little uncomfortable, you can slide the feet a little forward, it gets a little bit more comfortable. Yeah. So we breathe. And inhale, we'll come up. And exhale, we can cross the legs. We'll come forward onto the hands and the knees. And we can crawl towards the back of the mat. And we'll sink down into child's pose. So bring the hips to the heels, forehead to the floor. So we're going to mentally prepare for headstand, just visualizing yourself in headstand. And as we're ready, we'll bring the elbows on the floor in front of you. Take hold of the fingers to the outside, so we make sure to measure the distance from elbow to elbow. And then leave the elbows on the floor. We'll interlace the hands. We'll place the top of the head on the floor in that kind of bowl. So the head's going to be on the floor, cupped in that bowl. So you can stay here if this is very comfortable, or you can straighten your legs out. So kind of this little downward dog type thing. Most of the weight on the elbows. You can stay here, or you can walk your toes towards the body. You can stay here, or you can extend one leg up into the air. You can stay here, or you can try to extend the other leg up. So the trick is to kind of bring your armpits towards the back of the room. Bring most of the weight into the elbows. Weight into the elbows. You can kind of pull the belly in so the low back reaches towards the front of the room. And the armpits reach towards the back of the room. The weight into the elbows and into the forearms. The more weight we can carry into the elbows, the longer we'll be able to hold, because the neck doesn't need to support that weight. So breathe here another few breaths. If you need to come down into child's pose, feel free. Nice. And as we're ready, we can lower down slowly in control. In child's, making contact with the third eye, with the floor. So this closing sequence, we're moving down the chakras from the crown and headstand to the third eye in child's, and then we move into the throat as we move into shoulder stand. So we can bring the hands in front. Come up onto the hands and the knees. Can kind of crawl forward, cross the legs, and we'll roll back into plow or roll right up into headstand or into shoulder stand. I like to roll into plow, position my hands on my back, elbows together, and then raise the legs up. So we can be in shoulder stand for 15 breaths or so, allowing the energy to flow from the legs down to the rest of the body. If shoulder stand is not in your practice today, you can do legs up against the wall. Just bring your hips close to the wall and let your legs go straight up the wall. Yeah, so these inversions, the headstand and shoulder stand, we're really like cleansing the lower part of the body, but we're also like supercharging the upper part of the body, so the brain is getting more blood pressure, the heart is getting more blood pressure. It actually gives a stretch to the heart as we kind of pour more blood into it, and that pumps through the chambers. The neck is getting flooded with blood. Let's lower both feet down above the head into the plow. If your toes touch down, we can interlace the hands behind the back. Keep the hips lifting up and the heels reaching back, the knees reach towards the ceiling. From here, if you'd like, you can reach your hands back towards your toes. Kind of helps to release the shoulders a little bit. 3 breaths here. And then as we're ready, we'll bring the hands on the floor towards the front of the room, and we'll slowly roll down onto the back, so the upper back, middle back, lower back, and then the hips can come down. And as the hips come down, we can bend the knees, bring the feet close to the hips on the floor, and we'll be ready for bridge pose, so the outsides of the feet parallel, and inhale, lift the hips up into the air. You can interlace the hands under the body. Yeah, walk the shoulders closer together. Primary action here is this lifting of the hips, so this straightening of the legs, and this lifting of the heart or the ribs. So we're engaging the triceps and shoulders and lifting. Secondary action is as the knees are getting pulled forward and the ribs get pulled backwards. So we're lifting and then lengthening. We keep lifting the hips. We need to breathe in and have a bit of energy coming into the body. This is kind of like this anti-gravity pose. We're counteracting gravity with the strength of the muscles, so we need to have lots of energy to come in and lift in order to get the back bend. One more breath, lift a little higher. And then exhale, let's bring the hands up towards the ceiling actually, and then we'll bring the upper back down, lower back, or middle back and lower back, and then sinking the hips down. You can bring one hand on the belly, one hand on the heart. And let the knees sink over to the right and over to the left and back to center. We'll do one more bridge, or you can try the wheel. If you want to try the wheel, you can bring your hands under your shoulders and lift up onto the hands and the feet. Yeah. Awesome. So we try to straighten the arms out, lift the heart, lift the ribs, straighten the legs, lift the hips, the feet ground down. And then as you're ready, you can tuck your chin in and lower down onto your shoulders. That's great, guys. And then we can hug both knees in here. We're going to do a fish pose. We can bring the arms under the body, so hands kind of underneath the thighs, fingers underneath the back of the thighs, elbows close together. We bend the knees, lift the heart, look at the toes, then arch the back, top of the head will touch down. Yeah, so we want to lift the heart here. So imagine like this gentle lift on the back of the heart is getting lifted up. Two more breaths. We lift the heart. So the distance from the tailbone to the top of the head gets a little smaller. So we arch the back a little bit tighter. And then we'll lift the head and lower the body down. We can hug the knees in again. Maybe bring the forehead to the knees just for a moment. And then release the head down. And we're going to take the right hand on the left knee and draw both knees across the body to the right for a twist. If you want to wrap one knee around the other or straighten one leg out, that's fine. Let's just try to get comfortable so that we don't need to use much energy in the pose. So try to be as passive as we can. And we'll rest here, allowing gravity to gently pull the knees over and pull the shoulder over, getting that twist. And then the secondary action is imagining the hips getting pulled forward and the ribs getting pulled backward so the spine gets a little longer. It's a great posture to notice how our breath affects the body. This inhale brings energy in and a little tension, and we may feel the knees and shoulder lifting a little bit. And then as we exhale, we feel this release and relaxation, so the shoulder and knees may sink down. There's this dance of the breath as it comes in and out, moving the body. And inhale, we'll come back to center. Take all the time you need, and then shifting over to the other side, finding about the same position on the other side. And we breathe here. Again, trying to be a little bit passive, allowing the knees to get pulled down and that right shoulder to get pulled down. And noticing the breath. Imagining the hips getting pulled forward and the ribs getting pulled to the back of the room. So that provides a little bit more length in the spine. It allows a little bit more twist to happen. And we'll gently come back to center. We'll hug both knees in. And we're going to take hold of the soles of the feet, coming into happy baby pose, so we can bring the knees down towards the floor near the armpits. The shins are going to be vertical, so the feet are flat as if they're against the ceiling. And we want to have some energy on the hips to pull the hips towards the floor. And then some energy in the neck to reach the neck towards the floor. So the neck reaches down, maybe tuck the chin a little bit, and then the hips come down, and then we pull the knees towards the floor. You allow a little bit of rocking or shifting to release some of that tension in the hips. And we can bring the soles of the feet together. We're going to bring the feet on the floor close to the hips for reclining butterfly. And we can open the knees out towards the floor. If you want it to be a little bit more comfortable, you can slide the feet towards the front of the room, a little bit away from the hips. You might want to lift the hips up a little bit and kind of inch them forward to create a little bit more space in the low back. Or you can kind of inch your ribs up the other way. And then we can relax, feeling the breath come in and out of the belly. Send a signal to relax the thighs so the knees sink farther down. You can bring your hands on your thighs or on your belly or by your side, either one's fine. So we've moved down to the root chakra, through the twists of the third chakra, through the happy baby, the second, and now to the root. And then we can extend the legs out on the floor. We'll come into final relaxation for a few minutes. We can open the arms a little bit away from the hips, palms up if that's comfortable. Feet, legs a little bit apart. If anyone wants something underneath your knees, it will help your low back. You can raise your hand. Or if anyone wants a blanket on top, I can bring a blanket for you. So we're going to move through some progressive muscular relaxation. We can gently lift the right leg 1 inch off the floor, tensing the muscles, and exhale, release. Inhale, lift the left leg 1 inch off the floor. Exhale, release. Inhale, tense the buttocks, gently squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, tense abdominal muscles, push the low back into the mat. Exhale, release. Inhale, we're going to shrug the shoulders, make fists, tense the muscles in the arms, shrug everything up, and then exhale, release everything down towards the toes, away from the shoulders. Inhale, we can tense the muscles in the face, we pucker up like we just had a sour lemon squeeze. And then open the face, open the mouth, stick the tongue out, exhale. And again, inhale, tense the muscles in the face. And then open and exhale. We can gently inhale. Exhale, roll the head to the right. We'll pause here for a moment. Anyone else need a blanket? Inhale back to center. Exhale over to the other side. We'll pause here, just letting the head sink over, no effort here. Inhale to center. Exhale, maybe tuck the chin ever so slightly to release the back of the neck and then totally relax. So we try not to move any muscles from here on for the next few minutes, just lying in stillness on the back, being supported by the earth, resisting the urge to move. And we can move through auto-suggestion, sending a signal to the body parts to relax. Can gently repeat in the mind, I'm relaxing my feet. My feet are relaxed. I'm relaxing my legs. My legs are relaxed. I'm relaxing my hips. My hips are relaxed. I'm relaxing my back. My back is relaxed. I'm relaxing my shoulders and my arms. My shoulders and arms are relaxed. I'm relaxing my hands and fingers. My hands and fingers are relaxed. I'm relaxing my neck. My neck is relaxed. I'm relaxing my face, my forehead, my eyebrows, the cheeks, my lips, my jaw, and my tongue are relaxed. I'm relaxing my heart and my lungs. My heart and lungs are relaxed. Relaxing my thoughts, allowing the thoughts to be light like clouds as they pass in the sky. As a thought comes in, you can observe and acknowledge the thought, and then allowing the thought to pass. Relax, relax, relax. You can inhale, let the belly rise and fall, moving fingers and toes, hands and feet, arms and legs. We stretch the arms up above the head on the floor, stretch tall. Exhale, hug the knees into the chest. You can roll onto the right side. finish the same way we started, taking a few breaths and finishing with doing Om. And sit tall, lift the heart, relax the face, and arms and legs. And we'll inhale, exhale, and inhale together, and exhale. And one more breath, we can inhale, and exhale. And for Om, we can inhale. Tat Sat Namaste. Get everyone right. So that was 75, it might have been 80 minutes, I'm not exactly sure, but it was a little bit quicker, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, we got it all in. So, we'll go down and have lunch. You can leave your mats up